YouTube. Got a quick video here. Might blow me a woodpecker out of the sky. Fuckers. What we got here? What we got here? Someone can stand this phone up on. Hold on. Something like that, unless that rolls off. Pull it down. Sit here and what up, Carlos? I'm gonna sit here and have me a little glass of wine this cold ass evening. I think it's about 30 or something outside. Got my FN glass from SHOT Show fucking 4 or 5 years ago. What up, Speak Crusader? So I think this might be my last video over here on YouTube. Yeah, Mule. And dude, it's honestly, it's because of fucking idiots like them fucking clowns in the comments on whatever that last post you posted. Fucking people are clowns. People in this country are fucking clowns. They're fucking all gung-ho and shit behind the internet fucking tables. It's not just that. It's just in real life and fucking on the computer. People are just fucking stupid, man. People are just fucking retarded in this country. Oh, I'm just going off of this YouTube. It's highly frustrating, the reach, which there is none. And I end up fucking pissing myself off reading the dumb shit people write, and I can't write anything that I want to because it gets fucking deleted half the time. But dude, America is dead. I'm glad Mule did jump in. America is dead, all the way dead. And the only thing, you know, in the figments of people's imaginations is a bunch of fucking tough guys that never did shit. You know what I mean? They never did nothing. Never stood up when it fucking counted. Now the country's on the deathbed. You got a potato for a fucking president. And people are fucking talking about how fucking hardcore America is, and America's this and America's that. Dude, we gave our shit up. You know, we gave our shit up a long time ago. We gave up our sovereignty. We gave up everything that we stood for. Yeah, I'm over on Rumble too, Mule, and I think that's where I'm heading towards. I mean, Rumble's already copying all my videos on here and posting them over on Rumble, so that works. But it's an echo chamber of dummies on this fucking YouTube right here. There's a bunch of stupid fucking people that it's like, where were they the last, what, 12 years? You know, it's like their fucking heads were under a rock, or they were just born yesterday and they woke up today and just started talking about stupid shit. America's dead. It's been dead for a while now. The sovereignty's not there. The border is liquidated, and you got a potato for a fucking president. So is the American spirit there? Is the people that, you know, are patriotic or God-fearing? I think, you know, as far as if I write something, everybody's fucking all bent out of shape. You know, they're all fucking pussy hurt. They're all a bunch of faggots. They're all fucking, you know, in the faggotry clan. And And so, they get all butthurt when I say shit. I don't have to worship the American flag. I don't have to worship a dead ass country like America. I worship God. So, you know, I worry about what God's got to think about me, and if I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing right. I don't worry about, a bunch of fucking clowns that, oh well, Tony, Tony must be he must be a Russian sympathizer. You don't want to go to war with Russia, so you're a Russian sympathizer. Next, you'll be a Russian shill. Next you'll be KGB. you know, uh, what up, Digital Death? Shout out to whoever that is that I've never seen or not in a while. Actually, Blackjack's Army, I've seen you before, but it's been a while. What up, Blackjack's Army? Speed Crusader, Carlos Danger, Mule Team, Kernow, what's up? Yeah, and these people that'll argue with you till they're blue in the face that America's not dead is all the folks that want to fucking vote for Trump, right? Trump's gonna dig us out of this hole. Trump's gonna save your ass. You're still voting, You're still voting, still sitting on your lard ass, not doing nothing. Most people fucking gave up even just speaking out against this bullshit, How many people are speaking out against the potato in chief? To me, making memes is not the same thing as fucking speaking out and fighting back. That's not the same thing. This whole country's a bunch of fucking memers, right? Meming is funny, it's cute, right? But what does it get done? Does it point out the hypocrisy of what's going on? Yes. But what does it physically do about it? Nothing. Nothing. People sit around fucking dreaming up how they could be cute and funny, you know, and not thinking of any ways to, fix what they swear is not broken. So, fucking Mule posted something earlier, and these fucking bunch of dumb fucks in the comments, because I wrote America's dead, and these, no, it's not, no, it's not, you're a clown, no, it's not, America's not dead, no, it's not. Yeah, I mean it's all really pointless. I think the real problem is I've become so cynical because when you're sitting here, you're sitting on the truth bomb for fucking 12 years or more, And I always tell the story. I was a leftist. I was a lefty because that's the way not my parents brought me up, but that's how my peers around me in Las Vegas were. And to swing the pendulum all the way from the left to the right and then back to the middle where you can look at both sides and look at all the bullshit. I'm comfortable and okay with, I feel like I made my peace with the Lord as far as saying what I had to say and standing for something and standing even back in the day when nobody else was trying to stand with me. You know what I mean? um, Nobody wanted to stand with me. There was a few, but you get left butt naked on the 50-yard line, kind of like Ukraine out there right now, thinking their big brother was gonna jump in. USA, big brother NATO. What up, Sap? These people, man, they just reminisce. They reminisce on the good old days, the good old glory of America. I mean, it's just not the same thing. It's not. We're not practicing God's law. We're not practicing the Constitution. Um, the moral compass in this country is completely broken. The family unit is totally destroyed. Your future, your money that you're putting into these social services, these communist social services, it just keeps getting bigger. Inflation is out of control. You go from being fucking uh, what up, Wrangler? You go from being energy independent to saying, you know what, we're not gonna fucking do anything for ourselves over here. We're gonna fucking shut everything down in the name of global warming, and we're gonna shut everything down. We're gonna sell out what's left. I mean, there wasn't much of America left to sell out. and they went ahead and did it anyways. They went ahead and did it anyways, and I end up getting into these fucking. I don't even argue. I don't. I wouldn't say I get into these arguments. I get into these conversations where somebody within 5 seconds, with what they're saying, I can sum them up, and I could put them in a box and label them because they do it to themselves. Um, they do it to themselves. They start talking out their ass. They don't know shit about Russia. They don't know nothing about the fucking Ukraine. They don't know nothing about American sovereignty, and they're the go-to motherfucks. They have all the information. They got all the answers. They got what up, Maze Cat? They got all the fucking answers. And one thing is motherfuckers will go all fucking all out to get into an argument with you, about something militarily, you know, anybody I think who's served in the military would know that America is better off not ever having to fight Russia, right? I think somebody that hasn't served could come to that conclusion. Yeah, financially too, Colonel. I didn't even get to that part. Financially, we're toast. And so you would think that, if you're a military man or, ex-military man, you get it. You get it. You understand there's no winners in fighting Russia. If you paid attention for half a second, you wouldn't even have to be in the military to know that that's not a good idea. And then if you paid attention for a whole minute, you would know that Obama installed that Ukraine government back in what, 2014. We covered it on this channel. We covered it on the Dragon. We covered all those little battles in Ukraine where people were showing up and carloads of bricks. It started out with just like here, bricks and different weapons and shit like that, melee weapons. What up, bikes? They came and they showed up, and all this weaponry was magically sitting on pallets so they could pick it all up and overthrow the elected government of Ukraine. So I mean, if you paid attention for half a minute, you would know that all that happened under Obama. You would know that this whole fucking Ukraine, you know, this Ukraine shit is a joke. And by all means, if you're to say, well, fucking Putin's got an excellent point. What up, Walter? Putin's got an excellent point. What he's saying, the West cannot be trusted. The West is constantly and every day they're inching closer to Russia, building up NATO. What is NATO? NATO is a fucking joke. This Marvel Avengers. This fucking DC comic fucking conglomerate. It's a bunch of fucking tough guys gonna get together and go fucking take somebody out and this, that, and the other. Meanwhile, Ukraine isn't part of NATO, so just on their own grounds, they have no grounds. Um, you have world events, shit all around the world, tyranny all around the world, and the eye's taken off the ball, and it's stuck on Ukraine and Russia. And I talked about this the other day with it's pretty cute, it's pretty coincidental that the left and the right agree on one thing. They don't agree on nothing. There's nothing you can say that they agree on, but they agree on Ukraine. Something must be done, right? I'm neither here nor there. I like to watch fucking war. I like to watch military shit get blown up, and I like to study history, and I'm fascinated with war. I don't think war should be glorified, and I think that most people, most countries should probably avoid war at all costs. Not at the expense of being a pussy, but and getting run over, but you should know where the place is. First of all, you should know where the Ukraine is, or Ukraine. People get upset. You say the Ukraine, or if you say Ukraine, what the fuck ever. Potato, potato. I don't give a shit. You got to know where Ukraine is first, right? Then you got to know that the government that's in there. Why is Russia trying to topple it? I mean, just on the cut and dry circumstances, cut out all the conspiracy noise, you know, because you could follow yourself, you could follow any of this bullshit down a rabbit hole and never ever, you know, see your ass again, you know. Um, I don't know if that was the right analogy, but you can pay attention, you know, and in my opinion, if you're so fucking patriotic, you know, I've ran into people throughout my lifetime, you know, these people that fucking they'll talk shit to you and basically, you know, they're trying, it's almost like they're trying to hint that, oh, well, I'm more patriotic than you and you're fucking wrong because you don't want to go over there and fuck Russia up. And you look at them and you're like, if you're so fucking gung ho, then why didn't you ever join the military? If you were so fucking balls deep for America, why didn't you join the military and go fucking fight some politician's war somewhere? That way, at least you would have the fucking 2 cents, you know, to go along with your dumbass comment. But when you just fucking talk off the cusp, you don't know shit, you're so gung ho, but you never did shit, you know. That's always, it's always the classic fucking guy that wasn't in that's got to say some stupid ass shit, you know. Fucking, oh, jumping up, well, fucking America, rah rah rah. Well, fucking America, rah rah rah. Your ass, where were you? Weren't at the fucking recruiter's office, that's for sure. You didn't volunteer. And I don't never the whole time I've been doing the channel say that to say that people aren't allowed to have opinion, but if you have a dumbass opinion and that's exactly what it is, keep that shit stuffed up your dumb ass, you know? Because you just make yourself look stupid and you'll piss somebody off that actually was in the military. What up, Stefan? Chillin', man. But this YouTube is garbage, dude. It's garbage. It's polluted like Twitter. This womb is so polluted. And so, I don't know, I thought I'd jump out here in the fucking cold and drink some wine and talk shit on the internet. What up, True? Probably like tomorrow or something. Well, I don't know, but whatever. Why can't you just say, yeah, you know, he knows. Checking his batteries on his boat, so. What up, True? So, I don't know, man. I guess the nonsense that people say is just aggravating. It makes me want to pull away from society because at this point, you know, everybody's just arguing with each other over, you know, you'll never get to the point. You'll never get to what got us here. You'll just sit there and argue semantics with dummies. That is what like Saints is saying. That's basically the cut and dry of it. You'll own nothing and you'll be fucking happy. And that's where we're going. We're going back to the peasant days, to the feudal ages, you know. And there's just not much fight in Americans. I mean, it took the Canadians to fucking put together a trucker convoy and go up there and actually like legitly shut shit down, you know. And then they did like Canadians do. They got beat up and arrested and all that kind of shit. They didn't, you know, they didn't take it that step further. Canada's, you know, so far in the NWO global chain of events. It's just so crazy. I mean, you think we're bought and paid for. Canada's been bought and paid for, I think, for a long time. There's a lot of proof out there that says that that mass shooting they had up there 2 years ago where they, you know, Trudeau took away everybody's guns was an inside job. And I think most of these always are. So I think that's stupid to say, but I think there's a lot of evidence out there to say that they did that to their own people. And, you know, big ups to the Canadian people for actually shutting it down. You know, these truckers down here, I'm listening to what they're saying, and you know, a lot of the truckers, we're gonna go down there for 2 days. We're gonna honk horns, and then we'll head home, and we'll leave an emergency lane open for emergency personnel, and this, that, and the other. You know, and it's just like, what world are we living in? I think I'm gonna sit behind the glass. I think I'm gonna sit behind the glass instead of sit here out in the cold. But I do it for y'all. Sit here and listen from the confines of the warm and comfy. Fucking good enough sitting out there in the cold. I've been out in the cold all day. Been swapping out toilets in these cabins, and we already got some folks here, guests. So the season's already starting early, and you know, I think most anybody and everybody that comes here, you know, there's a side note. Most folks that come here, you know, if I wasn't the person I am, my politics, my fucking all my whatever the word is I'm looking here for, you know, if I wasn't me, I would probably not work out at this job. These people in Arkansas and Missouri are so aligned with the way I think that, you know, it's destiny, it's God, it's everything that's really actually great, and the spiritual level of for me has just gotten just stronger and stronger. Um, you know, I mean, I'm so blessed to be here where I am. You know how many it's crazy. You know, there's a lot of people out there since I moved out here that have fucking given me nothing but love and praised and bigged up me, and you know what I mean, man, good for you, you know, happy for you. But I would say there's literally cut that in half, you know, or match that exactly, and that many motherfuckers talk shit. That many motherfuckers are haters. That many motherfuckers are salty. For what? You know? Like, you have choices. I'm going all over the place here, but hey, fuck it, it's a wine chat, and maybe this is the last YouTube chat. I'm gonna figure out a live on Rumble or Odyssey, but fuck YouTube. This shit is so gay. Ban me. um, I had a buddy when I was in the military that he was from the hood. He was straight from fucking straight in the hood, all the way up in the hood, right? And that fool told me, you know, he said everybody else was doing, and it was a black fool, you know, and he told me, he said all these fools was doing the dumb shit that everybody's doing in the hood, and you know what that is. And he said, dude, I just didn't participate in any of it. I played basketball, I went to school, and I got the fuck out of there, and I never looked back, you know? That would have been so genius of me to do that. And I kind of did, because I up and left Vegas, but I waited, you know, like a year or two long and stayed in Vegas and made myself some anchors in Vegas that like I eventually had to come back and try to clear up. So I'm just saying, anybody can do anything. You could fucking do anything. There's nobody that can tell you you can't do anything. If you want it done, you have to put in the fucking the blood, sweat, and tears to make it happen. You know, maybe when all the dust settles, there's a book written in the future, you know, about just how I did it. And I told the story a million times, so maybe the book won't do that well. But, you know, I fucking dumped everything I had, paid all the debt that was going to fucking affect me, like trying to come out here, dumped everything, cauterized, cut everything, made things happen, and left Vegas with like a solid 950 in my pocket. 950, $950, you know. And so, I mean, I have the help of a wife, you know. I do have that. I mean, she came later, but You don't have to be limited. You don't have to be stopped. You don't have to be told that you can't. And when that happens, when you get stuck behind, you cannot be upset and mad and salty at other motherfuckers that made it out the hood, because that's really what it comes down to, in my opinion. The motherfuckers that are upset, the motherfuckers that give me a hard time, the fools that talk shit and they know who they are, you know, channels I'm not even subscribed to. You know what I mean? I it doesn't phase me. I'll address it in a video. But man, root for people, you know? Because the city is the machine, and the machine is a grinder, and they're just grinding motherfuckers. And that's what the escape is from the city. That's what the incentive to escape the system. You being a fucking cog, you being a puppet, whatever you want to call it, to rationalize it in your brain why you are willing to feed the beast of the city. And it's hard. It's harder now. I mean, before COVID was like prime time. Ever since the COVID bullshit, now we're just on another playing field. Now everything, there's no way I could probably leave with that 950 in my pocket now. I mean, I probably have to have double that or triple that now. Probably triple that, I say, if I made the same move right now. We're going on right now in like a week ish, a week or something. I've been here in Arkansas 2 years already. So people can do it, man. People can do it. If you're thinking America, you're thinking way too big, you know? If you're willing to like go out there and be all kitted out, you know, so you could be observed by the observers, because that's all that's out there is the observers. You know what I mean? The observers, the surveillors, the people that are going to jot that shit down and make a note of it. And for a long time, there was people that did that. There was a lot of people that did that. We all went out there and did those kind of things. And that was a different world. But even then, when you look back at it, it probably wasn't always the smartest thing. Now, I mean, most folks were probably naive, like fucking America, America, brothers, America. I mean, at some point, you have to admit, like, all right, well, the Constitution explicitly says, if the government that's not representative of who you are and the people, then you're supposed to come up with one that is representative of the people. So it's pretty hard to convince, say, half the country that are communists that the Constitution is good for them, and it's half as hard. Goodness, had a thing real quick. It's half as hard, or maybe just as hard, to try to convince all these people who are, the MAGA fools. I'm just that, to me, that just refers them all up. I don't think the MAGA fools are bad fools. I just think that, like, what they're putting their energy in, like, they should already see that they put all their energy into that, and nothing. I mean, stuff changed under Trump. We were felt like more like nationalism was a good thing. That was, to me, though, that was like the trick. That was how to rally up everybody, nationalism, and get the base. The base is of this, the other side that's not communist, are patriotic folks, God-fearing folks, almost all the way squared away, really good folks. The problem with them is, they are the definition of insanity. They literally are the definition of insanity. And to me, I just don't understand. You're going to work, you're going to take a lot of your money, you're going to pay politicians salaries for the rest of their lives, and you're going to pay the salaries and the retirements of the stormtroopers, the stormtroopers, the order followers that are going to oppress you. They're going to hand out the hot cold justice, or the cold hot justice, or the hot justice, or it's so fucked up. Who knows what kind of justice it is? That's 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 fucking insane when you really think about it. I think my phone's gonna die, but we'll try to take this, but or we'll try to take this as long as it'll go. But yeah, and I mean, even so, the MAGA stuff, it's all still government. It's all still big government. The government is so massive and so, so just lopsided and lard assed and whatever. It's just so fat and so big. And then on top of it, they're broke, which means somehow in some fucking magical world, we're broke individually. We're debted. We're indebted. So it didn't even matter how good you fucking balanced your checkbook your whole life. Like, it doesn't even matter. You know, you're still indebted, or you're still in debt. However the fuck you say it, correct me if you need to. So much money that it's not even printed yet. It's money that hasn't even been printed yet. It's numbers on a billboard, blinking, flashing, danger red, you know. 30 trillion, and that's the mainstream number. I say it's way more than that. And even if you were going to be conservative, say it was 30 trillion. How do you pay 30 trillion dollars back? How do you do that? What MAGA politician is going to do that? I mean, if you were so serious about it, you would shut everything down but what is necessary, and you turn all those fat bloated salaries of politicians, and you'd cut them, you'd dice them all up, and you'd make, you'd make the politicians would make teacher money, and the teachers would make politician money or something. I don't know, I don't know. I don't have the answer. All I'm saying is I would never want to be president. I would never want to be that in that position. I think it's I mean, and how can you in America? To me, we are USSR, and we just don't realize it. We just don't realize it yet. And so why do people on the right try to sound virtuous, like they're more patriotic than me? Because I actually believe in the Constitution. With you being able to replace a government that's not representative of what your beliefs are and what you hold dear and what you believe are God-given rights. Says it right there. But you're more patriotic because my war with Russia. I mean, the nonsense from people, the MAGA folks, it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. And I don't know, man. Maybe it would have been better for us to continue our little symposium on here that we had for the longest time. Our little dragons, our big dragons, our other off the cusp look at what was happening in the world. And I think why any of our channels did good back in the day before they came down with the shadow ban and the censoring and all that is because we just regular motherfuckers talking about what was like you could see with your eyes. You know what I mean? We speculated on the conspiracy sometimes, but I think most of the time we were just repeating what was going down. So, if that's a crime, talking about what's going down, what's actually transpiring, and oh God, if you talk about a an answer to the problem, dear God, I mean, sorry, if you say cut the cancer out, shame on you. But we were just regular people saying regular things. And so I think that's what's really lacking. That's really what's lacking in all the social medias. Like, I still don't get the Twitter thing. I still get sent to Twitter for certain, like Revolver will use Twitter, and you'll click on a link that the something it says, and you'll be redirected to Twitter. So you still see the cute little Twitterers, you know what I mean? And everything's like a dick measuring contest on who could fucking meme harder and who could fucking be, uh cuter with the more sassier thing to say. I mean, it's so gay. If this was the 80s, everybody would be getting made fun of. I'm sorry. Seriously, people's lunch would be getting taken right now. It's just crazy how soft we got as Americans, and for people to fucking be upset. Oh, fuck you, America. I didn't say fuck America. I just said America is dead. The idea and the thoughts and everything that you hold dear, and the history you were taught, and the culture that you you love, is cool. I mean, the history's there, the culture's there. I mean, at some point, the Romans that lived, right? They realize, well, fuck, Rome's dead. Like, did they all go out on one man Japanese crusades, suicide missions, and die for country? I don't think they did. Dude, I'm at 4,800 for the last like 5 years. It bounces from like 47 to 48, and I don't even think I've ever touched 49, even if it was like 5 subscribers short. I've never hit 4,900. So, what up, Big Ross? Yeah, and I'm a monotone person, so I don't when I come at a chat like this, I'm not here to tell a sappy story and get everybody emo down. I think that honestly that's great, right? Because then the people in their communities can come together, the people in their towns and their, cities, if any survive, and their states can be more representative of boots on ground, of the people that are actually living their daily lives in those districts where government is being put into play. And then for those people that just want to be left the fuck alone and don't want anything to do with government, you know what I mean? Make sure China don't come blow me up, maybe. But other than that, you know, leave me the fuck alone. So maybe there will be those areas. And I think Arkansas is going to be a good one. Um, so I'm not coming off sappy. I'm monotone as fuck. So what did Walter say? Scissors icon for what? Maybe they're gonna cut my feed. I don't know. Scissors icon. I'm not sure. But people get all bent out of shape. They don't want to hear. They don't want to hear that their fucking their gravy train is over. They don't want to hear that. The only place on earth like this is here. Let's try to set it on the ground. This is way too low. It's only happening here. And there's a reason why, people like power. They just can't help themselves. There's society that they get power and they can't help themselves. There's people that want to be just simply left alone. There's people that want to follow somebody that's in power. Yeah, Mule's doing vids. Mule's doing vids. HD's doing vids. Bike's doing vids. Well, Bike did a vid. Sap is doing vids. I gotta light a fire under motherfuckers' asses. It's no time to slow up now, but this fucking kumbaya that everybody's thinking, I think people gotta start thinking more realistic, you know? And if everybody in your neighborhood and everybody in your town and everybody in your fucking city or your state pretty much is all on an even kilter with your way of thinking, with live and be left alone, then you have a really good chance of continuing. You know, you call it whatever you want it when it's done. Call it the American dream, or call it the Arkansas dream, or call it the Tennessee dream, or whatever the fuck. The south, the Southeast Confederate dream, for all I give a fuck. I don't know why people get so butthurt about the Confederacy. I don't, you know what I mean? People, especially liberals, you know, they love to call everybody traitors, so they love to call the Confederates traitors. But call your freedom, your newfound liberty, you know, call it whatever fuck you want to call it. Call it your fucking your wet dream. Who cares? You know, I think technology made shit so gay where people have to put labels on everything, every aspect of life. They got to put labels on themselves. They got to put labels on others. Why can't you just be a fucking regular human motherfucker that's moral? Your moral compass is cool. What up, War Drums? Why, you know, why can't she just be that guy? Why can't she just be that guy? Why you gotta be fucking boxed in? The more little political parties people come up to call themselves, you know, the more fucking things people, the more new tribes that are created. You know what I mean? This can be Afghanistan in this bitch, you know. But I think there's a bunch of people that come out on the other end that find and preserve that God-given freedom. There's gonna be a bunch of people that do. There's gonna be a bunch of people that don't. There's probably gonna be a bunch of slave states, and good for them. You know what I mean? You get what you wanted, you get what you deserve, and you get what you stay for too. You know, if you just don't get up and do nothing about it, like, what do you think, you're gonna live forever? Well, phone's about to die. I don't know, man. I might, you know, I hate to say I'd try to run one and see if I can get a panel going, because I tried a lot the last bunch of months and nobody ever jumps in. So I don't know, man. I just know that fucking arguing with people gives me a headache, man. And most people are just fucking stupid. They just don't get it. They can't think three-dimensionally. So, shout out to everybody out there. This has been a tactone chizat. I think I said what I have to say, but I am so cynical. I just can't argue with motherfuckers no more. I think that's the gist of it. Everybody knows everything, right? Everybody knows everything and can't learn nothing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to War Drums, Bikes, Big Ross, Winston, what up? There's tiny little paradigms collapsing. What up, Digital Death? Walter, Stefan, Bikes, Pixel Face, Killa, what up? Truth. Oh God, Luke, no one cares about you. Motherfucker, you have cats. Videos of cats. I'm pretty sure nobody fucking cares about you. Fucking hoe. You're a little hoe, bro. Don't be a little hoe. I don't need anybody to care about me, so fucking thanks. Don't be such a little faggot. Cause you're silly. Stefan Mickenberg, what up? Well, it has been fun though. It was fun. YouTube has been fun. Back to the cold, dark winter. Hopefully, spring's here soon. Peace.